It's Lopez. Caught quickly. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
And isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
And the Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Hardy. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Tar Heels will line up here on 1st down and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. He fights in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Play action here on 1st down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there. Big versus big. And a completion makes it 2nd and short. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Good, tough running here by this Miami Hurricane running back. A nice job up front to be able to pave the way, to be able to come up with a Canes 1st down. And tell you, the way he's playing right now, all those famous alumni that Miami have, got to be watching this game and being very proud.
Bring the pressure, and down he goes.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
The sack on 1st down. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Pringle. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the 1st quarter. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The Canes hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Look at this, Chris. After that big gain and a first down, they're already at the line of scrimmage, ready to get this up-tempo offense cranking.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator calls the right play. I like trying to get out on the edge of the perimeter of this defense with the speed you have, but you got to tip your cap. The defense made a great play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Joseph. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead he gets the ball at least underneath to the track route and gets some positive yards.
Big moment here in this championship game. 3rd and short on the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Touchdown, Miami. They were not going to catch him that time.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, and a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He's going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, North Carolina.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Looking to scramble. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Quick throw to the left. Catch made in space. Look out. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Boy, nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
We'll give it to the back.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Lyle. They bring him down to the 16. Move the football into the red zone. First down. And the Canes with 1st and 10 here. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. On the run, it's Lyle. Has a path to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
Extra point try coming now. And it's good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. To the air, it's Lopez. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. And the Tar Heels come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Goes deep up his back foot. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, They want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his second touchdown alone here in the first half.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the out route. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off.
And they heave it deep downfield. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, UNC! They're setting out to try the PAT.
Just get the ball into the hands of your guy and let him do the rest of the heavy lifting with the yards after the catch. What a great catch and score.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. First down, looking to throw the ball. Going for a big play downfield. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
Second down and 10 after the incompletion from the 23. And the QB will try again on second and 10. On the move now. He gets loose, able to pick up a solid gain there on the scramble. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield. Everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. The Canes come to the line in a hurry-up. And the wideout goes in motion. On first and 10, looking to throw. Takes a deep shot on the move. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. The first one threw it behind the receiver. Off the mark. Second down after that previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, that's how you close a half up. And what a game we have already here. Looks like we're going to be all tied up heading into half after the throw for 6.
Point after, not right through. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Turn begins inside the 25-yard line. Gets it to the 29 before being brought down. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Looking to pass. It's Lopez. Pass caught. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. The Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up second down.
I think the receiver just may have lost his focus on this outbreaking route. The quarterback delivers a very well-thrown football, so that one's going to be on the receiver.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Fires it to the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Now the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they can take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Quick throw to his receiver. And is intercepted. Breaks into the open. Takes it all the way back for a pick 6. Touchdown, Miami. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And now the try here for the extra point. PAT is good, so it's a 7-point game, 28-21. momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards into the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. An inside give now from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Dropping back, it's Lopez. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
So, second down after the incompletion. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. And the Tar Heels looking to run some tempo here. Looking to throw it again. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big game. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
And that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. QB keeper all the way. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. On the ground, it's Lyle. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Solid game, moves the ball to the 43.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. That gained enough for a fresh set of downs, spotted at the 48.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. With the catch, it's Smith.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback keeps the football. Powering through a tackle. They get him to the ground, but it's first down now at the 28.
I mean, this guy's having a dream day. Already over 200 yards through the air. Now showing you what he can do with his feet. This guy's a complete package under center.
The Hurricanes have first and 10 here. They'll run the option. Incomplete. Trying to find the receiver there. Just missed him. Tied up here in the third quarter. These second down and long plays become important as they try to avoid third and long. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up for this offense. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. They look to throw it here on second down. Pass rush closing in. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking to throw. Throws it to the right. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50+.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. The kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. And the Tar Heels looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking deep downfield to the left. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
I love the idea of this quarterback just continuing to give his guy a chance. Already making multiple plays. Why not put it up in the air and give him a chance to get in the end zone one more time?
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Looking downfield, it's Lopez. The pass is caught. Great move in the open field. Breaks into the clear. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a first and goal.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, North Carolina. And they jump on top here in the second half.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Offense behind the sticks, facing a second and long. Looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw, testing the middle. Makes the catch downfield.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Here comes 3rd and long. Trailing in the game. Giving up that sack earlier could prove to be decisive. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Here they come on 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking for his back. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
The Canes will line up to punt it away. And here's the return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Back to throw. It's Lopez. Receiver makes the catch. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Now it's 2nd down here. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Grinding away on the ground. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Lopez. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Well, I love the call here by the offensive coordinator. Has the lead in the 4th quarter. It's 3rd down. Instead of running, you throw it. Take a chance of a potential incompletion, but instead you trust your quarterback. Completion, 1st down, fresh set of downs, and you continue to work that clock.
Looking for some space. It's Hardy. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Chris, at this stage of the football game as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking about a couple things. You're playing with the lead. You have great field position. Keep running the football. And the importance of that is the clock will continue to move, and you have a chance to be able to ice this victory.
So it's 1st and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. Receiver in motion now. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, UNC.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. And looking to throw now on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Lyle. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. And the Canes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. First and 10 now for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Joseph. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. First down. Looking to throw the football. Moves out of the pocket. Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? No, they stopped him short. The defense with a big fourth down play to protect this lead late in the game. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Chewing clock with the running game. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's second down and 13. Important play coming up. Throwing off play action. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Takes the handoff. It's Hardy. First down and more. He's still running. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Tar Heels. That's another touchdown. An old-school performance from this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line, he decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
And the point after is right down the middle. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. It's a squib kick, fielded by one of the up men. And now the first play of this drive. They're set up at the 37. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking deep for late-game heroics. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
They fail to connect downfield again, and time is a major factor now here in the fourth quarter with the deficit being this big. Just not much working for this offense today.
Second and 10 following the incompletion on the 37. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for a late, deep throw. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. He could go. Breaking tackles and going. And the defense is going to win this game, crushing any chance of a comeback. Now they can secure the W by just kneeling down. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin from their 47. Handoff here from the shotgun. Running with purpose. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
The shotgun running play call. Breaks an open space. Here he goes. At the 10 now. Touchdown, North Carolina. They are pouring it on now.
Coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Now, it's always a special year and a moment these players will never forget. They can call themselves champions of the ACC. With everything they put into it, now the spotlight will get even brighter. With the playoff spot locked up, we're going to find out how they'll fare against the other best teams in the country. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.